Today, a new kind of storm rages across the Middle East. It's not wind or rain, but fire and metal, war unleashed by human hands. The United States, Israel, and Iran are at the center of this conflict. Explosions shake the ground. The world holds its breath. This war, called Operation Epic Fury, is faster and more destructive than any before. Missiles cross borders, sirens wail in distant cities. The risk: this conflict could ignite a wider fire, pulling in more nations and threatening global stability. Oil routes are at risk, economies could falter, and the spectre of catastrophic weapons looms. We must look at this event with clear eyes, recognizing the immense forces at play. Our world is fragile, deeply connected. What happens here will ripple everywhere. This is not just another war, it's a test of our creations, our history, and our future. The storm is a reminder of how quickly peace can shatter. We watch, humbled by the scale, and wonder what will remain when the storm passes. The world is watching, and the stakes have never been higher. This is a moment that could reshape nations and lives far beyond the battlefield. The conflict is not contained. It spreads like wildfire. The weapons are more powerful, the consequences more unpredictable. We must try to understand, not with anger, but with a sense of awe at the forces unleashed. The world's eyes are fixed on this storm, uncertain of what comes next. History is being written in fire and fear. The storm is here, and its outcome is unknown. We are reminded of our own vulnerability. The question remains, what will the world look like after the storm, and who will pay the price? The war began before dawn, as American and Israeli warplanes streaked toward Iran. Bombers and fighter jets unleashed a barrage of missiles on cities like Tehran, Isfahan, and Bushehr. The goal-overwhelming damage delivered in minutes. Even the Supreme Leader's residence was struck. No place was safe. Iran responded almost instantly, launching missiles at American and Israeli bases. Sirens blared in Tel Aviv and Jerusalem. People scrambled for shelter. In Abu Dhabi, a missile was shot down, but debris claimed a life. The war had already crossed borders. Both sides were prepared. Weeks of military build-up had set the stage. Aircraft carriers and warships crowded the seas. Hundreds of jets filled the skies. The first strikes were not a beginning, but an escalation of a long-simmering conflict. The thunder of explosions marked a new, more dangerous chapter. Retaliation was swift, showing how ready both sides were for all-out war. The region braced for more as the world watched in fear. The conflict's speed and scale stunned even seasoned observers. The war's opening moments shattered any hope for quick resolution. The escalation was immediate. The consequences unpredictable. The first thunder was only the beginning. The world now faces a conflict with no clear end. The stakes have never been higher. The region is on edge and the world is watching. The storm has only just begun. In war, words are weapons. In war, words are weapons. In war, words are weapons. President Trump addressed the world, declaring Operation Epic Fury aimed to destroy Iran's military and prevent nuclear weapons. He called on Iranians to rise up and overthrow their government, a direct call for regime change. This is more than a military campaign. It's an attempt to reshape a nation. Israeli leaders called the attack preemptive, a strike for survival against a perceived existential threat. Their words reveal deep fears and a determination to act before being attacked. The rhetoric leaves little room for compromise. Each side demands total victory. When leaders seek regime change, dialogue becomes nearly impossible. The conflict is now a struggle for survival, not just territory. The stage is set for a bitter, drawn-out fight. Words have hardened positions and closed doors to peace. The leaders' messages shape the conflict as much as bombs and missiles. The world listens, knowing these words could fuel years of violence. The possibility of peace grows more distant with every speech. The war is now about more than weapons. It's about the future of nations. The words of leaders echo louder than the bombs. This isn't the first clash between these powers. Last year's Operation Midnight Hammer targeted Iran's nuclear sites but failed to end the threat. Now Operation Epic Fury is far larger. Proof that the danger never truly disappeared. The fear of a nuclear Iran drives both wars. Diplomacy failed. Suspicion and mistrust grew. The US and Israel see Iran's nuclear ambitions as a red line. Iran insists its program is peaceful, but few are convinced. Some argue war will only push Iran closer to building a bomb. The very effort to prevent nuclear weapons may guarantee their pursuit. The puzzle is complex, the stakes enormous. The cycle of attack and retaliation continues. Each strike deepens the crisis. The world is caught in a dangerous loop. Iran's strength lies in its network of proxies. Hezbollah in Lebanon, the Houthis in Yemen, militias in Iraq and Syria. These groups extend the conflict far beyond Iran's borders. If called upon, they could open new fronts, overwhelming enemies on multiple sides. Iran's strategy is asymmetric, using partners to strike where its own army cannot. The Strait of Hormuz is a global choke point. Its closure would send oil prices soaring and trigger economic crisis worldwide. This is how a regional war becomes a global problem. Iran's alliances threaten not just soldiers, but the wallets of people everywhere. The conflict could disrupt daily life far from the battlefield. The web of alliances makes containment nearly impossible. The world economy hangs in the balance. The war's reach is vast, its impact unpredictable. No one is truly insulated from its effects. Behind the headlines and strategies are ordinary people paying the highest price. Homes, schools and hospitals become targets. Early reports tell of a school struck in southern Iran. Dozens killed, many of them children. The true toll will take days to emerge, but the suffering is already clear. Videos show cities in flames, families fleeing rubble. Life has become a nightmare for millions. War destroys not just buildings, but the systems that sustain life. Hospitals, water, food. Refugees flee with nowhere to go. The wounds, physical and invisible, will last for generations. War is not about flags or leaders, but shattered lives and broken dreams. Every casualty is a world lost. The human cost is the true face of war. As the conflict rages, we must not forget those caught in its path. Numbers on a screen are lives forever changed. The suffering will echo long after the bombs stop. This is the reality behind the headlines. This war is unlike any before. Faster, larger and more visible. Hundreds of targets struck in a single night. The entire country is a battlefield. The goal isn't just military victory, but political transformation. The hope: Iranians will see liberation. The risk: they unite against foreign attack. Technology brings the war to our screens in real time. But information is a weapon. Each side shapes the story to its advantage. Truth is hard to find amid propaganda and chaos. This is a war of images as much as explosions. Our power to destroy has outpaced our wisdom to control it. The conflict tests not just armies, but humanity itself. It reveals our brilliance and our old fears. The war is both futuristic and tragically familiar. We must ask, can we control the forces we've unleashed? The answer will define our future. This is a test of our species, not just our weapons. The world watches, uncertain and afraid. The lessons of this war will echo for generations. The world's other giants, Russia and China, are watching closely. They have deep ties to Iran, oil, weapons and billions invested. They see America's moves as a threat to their interests. Their response may not be military, but could include weapons, intelligence, or political pressure. Any involvement risks escalating the conflict beyond the region. The nightmare. A regional war spirals into a global confrontation. History warns us, world wars begin with small sparks. A single miscalculation could trigger catastrophe. The balance of power is fragile. The stakes are global. Leaders play a high-stakes game with the world's future. The decisions made now will shape the planet's fate. The world is more connected and more vulnerable than ever. The risk of escalation is real and terrifying. The whole world is at risk. Operation Epic Fury rages on, its outcome unknown. Will Iran's government fall, or will the nation unite in defiance? Could the conflict draw in Russia and China, or will diplomacy prevail? We face profound questions about power, progress, and our own nature. We build wonders and weapons of destruction. This war is a mirror, reflecting our fears and failures. For all our progress, ancient instincts still drive us. But today, those instincts are armed with unimaginable power. A war anywhere now threatens everyone. We hope for wisdom, for leaders to step back from the brink. The storm will pass, but what world will remain? The answer depends on choices made now. The future is unwritten, and it belongs to all of us. When the sky clears, what will we have learned? Before you go, don't miss your chance to be part of this story. Hit the subscribe button now and stay updated as history unfolds. Click the bell to get notified about our latest deep dives and analysis. Your perspective matters. Join our community and shape the conversation. Subscribe now and let's explore the future together. Visuals. Bold animated subscribe button slides onto the screen with a glowing bell icon and smooth, colourful transitions. Arrows and text pop up. Don't miss out! Join us! Be part of the story. Confetti animation as the subscribe button is clicked.